Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Outer beauty can attract, but inner beauty can captivate. Beauty is a power, a smile is a sword. Lots of quotes can describe the word of beauty. But what might be the influence of culture and media on the perception of being beautiful? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Culture is the way of living. The factors of culture are language, beliefs, arts, and etc. It also includes codes of manners, religion, rituals, norms of behavior such as law and morality, and system of belief. These factors affect our way of expressing beauty. An example is the religion factor. Religion factors can affect the way we wear clothes and even our appearances. Female Muslims wear a hijab, while Dating Daan is a Christian religion wherein females don't cut their hair short. For them, having long hair was the ultimate symbol of femininity, health, social status, and wealth. Culture can differ now due to generational period. For example, is Gen Z versus baby boomers. Since culture changes per generation, the perception of beauty can also change as time goes by. And as generation changes, technology develops and media arises. Media refers to the main means of mass communication. There are several platforms of social media such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, etc. How do these influence the perception of beauty? These platforms are being used to promote businesses such as promoting beauty products, promoting trending or popular clothes, or promoting having a tattoo. This may affect netizens' preferences, and because of media, the world and its countries are being interconnected.
Each and every one of us have experienced a different type of upbringing as we gain of age. And also, our family and relatives have different viewpoints and beliefs. Now, because of that, our perspectives on the question, what makes a person beautiful, are different. Additionally, there are a lot of misconceptions and level of acceptance about self-presentation and also about external appearance. People could have a favorable and unfavorable impression about it. Today, there are diverse perceptions on what beauty is. There are rooms for makeup, experimenting haircuts and colors, and outfits especially. People prefer to dress differently as a result of new fashion concept. But I believe that your purpose is the most crucial factor. Who are you doing this for exactly? Is it to gain approval from others or for your own fulfillment, happiness, and satisfaction? We are influenced by the media to purchase fashionable or popular goods like food, clothing, and other luxuries. The next generation's new fashion and trends are accepted by society as a result of media influence. And just out of curiosity, I just wonder, does the way you dress accurately reflect your personality or who you are as an individual? My personal idea is that it relies on your objectives, particularly the appropriateness for the occasion and environment, especially the workplace.
Though there are a lot of opinions when it comes to how one defines beauty, the one I truly believe in the most is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Any other factor one may say about someone regarding their own perspective of beauty is theirs, and yours is yours. Because one's perception of beauty will always be different from one another. Which is why what might not be beautiful to you is beautiful to them, and you can disagree, yes, but you must never forget to respect what they think. And to do that and understand fully where their opinion comes from, to know their culture and the media they are exposed to the most, is an important factor to consider, since this is what influences or shapes their outlook immensely. In the Philippines, beauty means having fair skin, straight hair, being tall, having a high nose bridge, and being just the right size. If you're skinny, then you're malnourished. And if you take in just a little bit of weight, then you'll be called fat. At this point, you basically just need to look like your Caucasian model. Most of the youth here in the Philippines are always exposed to media. The beauty standard has changed from just looking like a Caucasian model to now looking either that or Korean. This, I think, is because K-pop has been very popular these days that people are starting to like their features and culture more. Despite the fact that the media is beneficial in this modern age, we cannot deny that social media makes spreading malicious and negative content easier. Because we are more exposed to these now, even more than before, it is easy to get swayed into others' disposition. This may make you feel insecure because of constant comparison of yourself and them. We must always remember that not everything in the media is real, and most, if not all, are fake and are edited to look perfect and flawless. There are a lot more factors to beauty other than these fake images we see on the media. Besides, real beauty all starts with loving yourself.
Beauty is the quality or aggregate of qualities in a person or thing that gives a pleasure to the senses or pleasurably exalts the spirits and mind. Everyone wants to appear great just to impress others, but also to feel better about themselves. This highlights the value of the beauty in our culture and why younger generations of students are paying more attention to it and how to preserve it throughout time. The perception of beauty is personal. Cultural influences and the conceptions of aesthetic influenced by the period's fashion rules shape how we perceive beauty. Women and occasionally men often go to absurd lengths and endure great suffering in an effort to fulfill an attainable ideal of beauty. Our culture shapes the way we work and play, and it makes a difference in how we view ourselves and others. It affects our values, what we consider right and wrong. This is how the society we live in influences our choices. But our choices can also influence others and ultimately help shape our society. Due to the artificial beauty standards imposed by what they see on social media, both men and women have discovered themselves struggling with identity issues. In an effort to meet the unrealistic beauty standards, many have suffered severe mental health problems, identity problems, and even the physical dysmorphia. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We are all beautiful in our own way. And I am proud that I am confidently beautiful and I am unique. Thank you.
It is difficult to fully define beauty because everyone has different views about it. The term beauty was originated from Anglo-French beauté. It was first known use in the 14th century as physical attractiveness and also goodness and courtesy. In my own perspective, I can define beauty as imperfect. Beauty is accepting your imperfections. Beauty is knowing that you have flaws. Beauty is not the standard but can be defined as something better. Beauty is in the inside, I believe. Physical traits and appearance can be deceiving, but the inner beauty such as characteristics, affection, and value are more genuine. Despite the fact that outer beauty predominates, not everyone has to concur with that viewpoint. Some people consider inner beauty to be more significant. Sadly, modern societies only value beauty in the artistic way, forgetting that a person's actual beauty can also be determined by their inner beauty. Simply based on how someone looks, we have a tendency to make hasty, harsh judgment about them. Since one is able to love and accept oneself as well as others, having self-belief brings out the genuine meaning and sensation of beauty. This results in confidence, inner stability of personality, better character, and strong self-esteem. Media, trends, and marketing have distorted today's conception of beauty into unreachable forms. Many people have developed eating disorders or bulimia, or they have developed a plastic surgery addiction in an effort to make the standards of beauty. Many people waste money on cosmetics to make themselves seem better, but they overlook the value of their inner beauty.
Ultimate definition of what I mean by beauty is genuine acceptance of who and what you are. This is simply the fact that when a person accepts all of the traits that he or she carries, regardless of any insecurities or defects that may exist, he or she will still be able to display the distinctive beauty that he or she desires to exhibit to other people. It's just a certain kind of beauty that comes from self-love and inspires great confidence to be proud of oneself. So for me, the most gorgeous person in the world is not the one who has perfect ornaments hanging from her, or has beautiful makeup on her face, or has costly or sexy clothing. Rather, he or she is the one who shines with confidence and vibrates with the belief that he or she is a beautiful person who deserves to be feel proud of herself or himself. Culture and the media which propagate social and cultural norms have the potential negatively impact or distort our perceptions of beauty and confidence. This is the reason why we see a lot of people who are scared and shy about showing who they are, what beauty they possess, lack trust in themselves, and are devalued due to factors like society's perception of what is stunning, what must be permitted, and what is forbidden. What are the restrictions and appropriate based on particular sexuality, religion, social standing, and many other variables that determine how a person defines what's really beautiful and what is really not. Of this is the idea that particularly in the Philippines, being tall, sexy, slim with brilliant eyes, wavy hair, and pristine white skin is the ideal beauty, whereas being black, curly, thin with dark eyes, curly hair, and those with tattoos or earrings is the one that appears bad. Another topic in culture and media as variables in determining beauty today is the huge discussions over whether a person should still do what makes him or her happy or what he or she believes will be great for him or her, even if society tells him or her that it is not acceptable. For instance, in the LGBT community, it is difficult for their members to express their true selves and the things that makes them happy because one of the standards they must uphold is that they must conform to their gender at birth, to the objects they will use or wear, and also the issue of what women should wear, which drives them to conform to those standards, even while they are aware that doing so will not make them happy or serve as a means of affirming their own beauty. This demonstrates that while the media and culture can have a beneficial influence on how we discover our purpose, fully commit to ourselves, and engage in ourselves, they can also have the inverse result. It really all depends on having confidence in yourself, accepting your beauty, and believing in yourself.
Simplicity is beauty as far as my perception of beauty is concerned. I believe that being simple is beautiful. I find it more attractive when a woman is pure, without makeup and other things they do to look beautiful. However, the concept of beauty is a subjective manner. I cannot say that what I find attractive is the same for all the people on earth. Each individual has their own perspective of what is beautiful or not. There are many factors in how the concept of beauty is different for each person. The culture of the place influences the idea of people when it comes to beauty. The Mursi tribe from Ethiopia redefines beauty by puncturing a large hole in their ears and lips and putting clay plates on them. This is their definition of beauty by the influence of their culture. Some might say it is not beautiful because it is not normal for us to see large hole in parts of our bodies, but for them, this is their concept of true beauty. It is strange that some people generalize their idea of beauty and think that they are stating the fact. But it is not true because we define beauty as our own opinion. Media is also a factor in influencing the concept of beauty. In the past, people do not like people who are seen to have many tattoos because they look scary. A tattoo is sometimes a perception of beauty for other men, especially in some tribes here in the Philippines. In the past, they give tattoo to a person as a symbol of bravery and social standing. Some tattoo artists also defines their beauty in tattoos. But the fact that there are other people who discourage having a tattoo because they believe that if you came from the prison, if you have a tattoo and it's dirty in the eye of the community. They also say that you will have a dirty blood if you have a tattoo, which is true. At the present, there is some debate whether you should be able to enter some jobs even if you have a tattoo, because there are some people who cannot go overseas if you have tattoo. I think we should give them an opportunity and not judge them because of their beliefs and appearance.
All in all, my groupmates told us and shared how they define the concept of beauty. They also gave circumstances and sample situations and able to make their aforementioned statement reliable and be strengthened enough. For me, I observed that it always about the perspective of a person matter on how or when they are defining or describing a thing. To summarize, I think that there were different types of what really a beauty is. It could be your physical appearance, and that's how the media comes in. Because we already know that this 21st century are bombarded with the modern technology. People's mindset today is to be perfect in everyone's eye, especially those what we call influencers. A lot of them uses makeup just to be pretty outside, but it's not limited to our thinking that there was a lot of beautiful faces that bad inside. There are also a lot of people suffering from the BDD or the body dysmorphic disorder syndrome that affects how people perceive their own physical characteristics as defects and negativity, which they also thought to be led as a belief that they are very flawed. They frequently perceive their deficiencies and worry that others would view them as imperfections as a result, which has an impact on their relationship with family and friends as well as their ability to interact with the society. Women with the aforementioned disorder are frequently self-conscious about their weight gain and loss, skin tone, nose, breast, and waistline, whereas men are more concerned with their body types, constantly being like they should be masculine and hair loss are always worried, particularly in the modern era where the majority of people are influenced by fame on social media and always strive to achieve the ideal figure and appearance that everyone would appreciate. In my conclusion, the society must have a wider and bigger acceptance, despite of each differences, in a proper way to acknowledge the culture and personal preferences and rather think that flaws are uniqueness. We should also refrain ourselves for doing discrimination and judgment and be an example for recommending and cheering up others to boost their self esteem and confidence.